The NFL would just erect some like basic stadiums or football fields and bring all the teams, all the personnels, all the everything to this remote location, not let anybody out, not let anybody in, test everybody on the way in, and that's how we were going to have a football season.
That's crazy. That's so many people in one place.
Yeah.
And like fighters makes a lot of sense. You know,
only a couple.
There's you're going to bring 10, 12 fighters to an event with their small crew and their training camp or whatever it is, in and out one weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You have this football team on an island with 30 other teams. That's a lot of dudes, a lot of different stuff you've got to take care of. Or you're going to fly them out, 32 teams out every week.
Well, and there's no way to do schedule either, like
Right.
if because the idea is that they would all live there. They would all, every team,
Right.
every player, every person would live in this compound for the entire football season, and that's the way it would happen, and that's the only way it would happen. If you let them go home, there's no way these players aren't going to go out to a bar or go out to
Right.
eat or even go get groceries. Like
Right.
that's it. I mean, it seems asinine,
could.
but man, it'd be crazy if it happened.
Think about this. So clearly, I mean, they might have two different fields, right? They can't get a ton of different fields. Two,
Maybe
field,
three.
3, 4. Like, field's a field, but like NFL playing conditions going to be tough. What if like the NFC West played on one day of the week with like another division? We have football every day.
That I was gonna
So-
say
so, like,
that's how
say-
you have to do it.
Right. So like, say the NFC AFC West plays Mondays, or whatever it is. You could figure it out a week, and then you'd have to reset when they're playing cross games.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you figure out your pod for 4 weeks. You're playing every Tuesday or Thursday, whatever it is. That'd be wild. Ruin red zone.
Yeah.
But
I mean, or makes it better. You just have red zone every day.
yeah, every day.
Because
But
there's
that'd
going to be
a-
well, I guess if there's limited fields, there's probably not multiple games going on. But I
there's
mean,
a lot of football.
it makes a lot of sense for the UFC because, like you said, it's just a smaller process. But for football, I just don't see how it would happen. But I mean, there's a lot of land in Nebraska, and like you could. I'm sure there's one of these owners probably owns 10,000 acres in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, that you could pop up some fields real quick and build 7 or 8 football fields out there.
So I think what you would have to do if you were going to actually try to do this is, like you had said, try to bring in everybody, make sure they're all tested, make sure all stay there. You have to figure out some way to get room and board, which would be astronomical.
Be crazy.
It'd be absolutely insane. But if you were to hypothetically be able to figure that one out, you have to take into account there's 16 games a week. For the first 4 weeks, and then each, there's buys and whatnot. But if you're talking about 16 games a week, all those games are like 3 hours each. So, I mean, I don't know how you play those on 7 days. I mean, you probably have to play like 3 games a day, until you get to the point where you don't have to play 3 games, and then. I mean, at that point, like, what personnel? You have to bring out more personnel because, I mean, you can't have all of those ref crews reffing multiple games at once. I mean, it would be a very, very tough thing to try to do.
Well, you probably get everything would have to be really like exact.
Yeah, really regimented. It would probably be the biggest endeavor we've ever seen. And NFL can't get CBAs right, so there's no way that they're getting this thing right.
Yeah, like of the major leagues, like baseball, they could do it because they have 2 spots already.
Mm-hmm.
In like Arizona, Florida, they could kind of play at their own facilities and kind of figure it out. Basketball talked about potting the Western and the Eastern Conference.
Right.
Football,
and they're indoors.
You would have to. There's so many people involved.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 10 people in a basketball team or 12.
Right.
14. It's 50 something plus coaches plus training personnel, and taking care of that would be really tough.
Well, and you're still gonna need all the PR. You're still gonna need all the
Right.
media people associated with every team, all the training
You'd stay
staff.
there.
Yeah, that's what I sent it to my wife as a joke. Like, hey, I guess I'm just gonna disappear for the entire like I know I'm already gone for football season, but this time I'm really gonna be gone for
The entire
time.
I can't leave. I'm quarantined. Sorry.
Good luck.
see you in 5.5 months.